but the breath is on your neck.
Black flare, black flare. When the water rises, when the tide recedes, oh, stay away, 'cause you don't know what it's gonna leave. Black flare, black flare, black flare, black flare. Hello, enjoyer of supernatural mystery RPGs. Black Flare puts a darker spin on mysteries. Imagine the X-Files and True Detective getting smushed together and adding dice. Now you're imagining Black Flare. An FBI agent, a bookish professor, an engineer, and an OSHA worker, all unceremoniously sent on a secret mission to investigate strange occurrences in a remote Alaskan town. Whether or not they make it home is anyone's guess. One bad roll of the dice could spell disaster, because Black Flare tells their story using Delta Green, the combination of chance, a stellar cast, and a really lovely original soundtrack underscoring the game work together to create a suspenseful, slow-burn audio drama that will have you on the edge of your seat well before the final act. Y'all, these folks know how to tell a good story. So give Black Flare a listen, see if it's for you, and tell them RPG Major sent ya. Stick around after the credits this week to hear a song suggested by loyal listener Casually Awkward, inspired by Mama Verteri's morning routine. If you want to suggest a song, come join our Discord. There's links in the show notes. All right, let's get back to the story. Fabio, famed flirtation folio frontman, fixated on fires in Foxglove, found friends to find the founder of the Flames. What's that? You don't think people will get that flirtation folio is just an alliterated way to say romance novel? You think my alliteration has gone too far? Well, Mr. Director, it's already recorded, so I guess the listeners who did get it just get to feel smug. The three of you are driving away from this scene where you fought two of Freddy's goons, leaving downtown and heading towards the site of the third fire. Question mark?
Well, or the library train to get our hands on a copy of that glove box.
Or the library train, yeah.
Or both.
Get an old newspaper.
Yeah. I'm happy to drop you guys off at the... Or someone can go investigate the house and swing by the library train, or...
At this point, I think we should stick together.
That's smart. Okay.
Why don't... I imagine that maybe we can go to a train stop, hop on the train, and maybe by the time we're done researching, it'll drop us off in the neighborhood where the third house is.
The library train is so convenient like that.
It's so convenient. I can't imagine how any other city would work.
I'm sorry, is no one freaked out that those guys tried to get you?
Oh.
Is that the thing we should think about? Does this normally happen? Is this just a Tuesday?
Truthfully, it doesn't normally happen.
No. I'm in the front. I'm in the front trunk. I'm part of this. I'm so sorry.
You can pull over. I don't know. Have a conversation.
Yeah.
The logistics of the Porsche are very funny to me.
Right.
This is why we normally take the gardening truck.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so our last case, our last higher profile case, I guess, that we worked on involved Freddy Von Sweeten, another very powerful man in town. And those are his henchmen, basically. And I don't think he was happy with us solving the case in the way that we did.
Seems like he doesn't know that you were even part of it, though, right? Or maybe you're just off the table.
No. Someone's been pulling strings. Someone. Okay,
If you're protected, that's great.
That is great, and we should use that to our advantage if they come toward us again. Although I'm sure there was some deal that must have been struck, and maybe that's why they didn't listen to me when I told them to do something.
I thought those were like the lawyers.
Oh, no. But with the suits, that was a good judgment call. Do you know the popular film Outer Space Fighting?
No.
I don't know this one either, Mara. I'm so sorry.
Okay. It's like a whole trilogy at this point. There's one where it's like the twin fight to the Clone Wars. And it's kind of like that, but I'm realizing if you don't know the reference, this isn't helpful at all.
No, I'm following. Okay, go on.
Okay. Well, you know what like a clone is?
Sure.
So it's kind of like that. They're all the henchmen, and they're all kind of the same, and they all maybe are human. We don't really know.
It's like if you carve a lot of sculptures from the same block of ice, if you animate one, you actually animate all of them.
Whoa. I think you guys are explaining something to me that I was not confused about at all. I just thought those two guys looked similar.
But the jumpsuit got left behind.
It did.
And they have Van.
Are you sure of that?
They have a person?
Yeah,
We got to go save somebody. This is way more important.
we do, but we need to be smart about it because Freddy has a hold over people, and Van's worked for him for a while. May not want to leave. May not, hopefully won't realize they're even in danger. That's my mess. I'll clean it up.
There's more than one person in danger? There's other people like this?
Foxglove?
We gotta go save a lot of people.
Well,
There used to be more, and that's why he's mad.
yeah. And, now that you've met us, we could probably team up and help more people in the future.
I have been put on this earth to save lives. Sounds like there are many lives who are in more danger than any fire, right? Now,
Well,
where should I go?
well, let me ask you something. As a fireman, when you're trying to stop a fire, do you try and put out the whole fire out at once, or do you build so that you can successfully take out the fire little by little?
A fireman's philosophy song.
So your question was, I save the people. That's what I do. You don't make it so complicated. You just save them.
You've never been in a complicated fire?
Things don't have to be complicated. They can be very simple. You choose what's most important, and you choose that above all other things. Yes, sometimes you have to put the scales on the balance, but if you really look at the scales, you know what to do. I see people get confused, taking options in a tree. They close their eyes and see so many options. But the truth is that you cut through the tree. If you know, you plainly see. You get yourself in it. You die if you must save the lives. So I will go wherever danger is. If you but tell me where to go. Birds fly in the background. A single ray of sunlight hits his face in the car. The wind blows backward in a great flagging banister. He looks at the horizon. I made one mistake. One time, I thought I hesitated then. I did myself into the line of fire. I regret it even now. And the smoldering, the ash inside my heart, I will not live it again. I fan the flames, I let it burn inside. It fuels the fire, pumps the engine boiling over. You gotta get into the danger, danger, danger. You gotta get into the line of fire. And I will go there. You just must tell me where I must go. And now I will go. Do not let me watch these people burn.
Lauren has handed Phil a guitar pick.
Yes.
Thank you.
So where are y'all off to next?
Well, if we
To
want
the people who are burning, that's where we're going.
Yes, like Anne, right? We met her, and she's being protected by these lawyers. He wanted to protect her like we do, and he pointed us in this direction. I think we need to go follow that lead so we can help her.
Anne does not seem to be in as much trouble as your friend.
We were trying to figure out what to do about that when you showed up. It seems like there is something here, though, something weird. I don't want to give up on what you're solving. But if you want to help with this, then that would be great, because I've really gotten myself into it with this. So
I super don't know what's going on, but I will help. I just point me in the right direction.
I think we're having this conversation as we're sort of walking to we've parked the car, going to the library train, and all we can tell Fabio a little bit about Freddie's deal. As we head to the library train, I think, oh my gosh, within herself, this has been what's gnawing at Aubrey all day. And so the idea that someone would be so eager to jump in and help solve the problem right now is both reaffirming and also making her feel bad that she doesn't know what to do about it yet. And just sort of starts trying to gently talk through it, to say, I have more tricks than it seems like, and Mara does too, but this guy has a lot of power, and he also has a lot of magic power, and if he's trying to get to us or to get to me, we have to be so smart. Otherwise, we're not helping Van. We're just putting them in more danger.
Throughout this conversation, Mara was rummaging around and found the section in July of the glove box.
I'm sorry, I did not realize you were fighting a war. You are in a war where
guess so.
you must choose between lives, betwixt two sides. I did not mean to make light of your war.
No, if anything, you helped remind us of the gravity of the entire situation and that a lot of times these things are always going to be connected in some way. Speaking of which, here's all of the glove box issues from July. If we can just start combing through them and maybe look for Anne's name.
Yeah.
You start combing through the past issues of the glove box, looking for Anne's name. I imagine
Company.
also, what's that?
The company.
Also looking for mentions of Bracco Industries, and you find them. You find that in August there was an accident where there was a fire and one person was killed.
This is in July?
Current setting it's like November, so it's like
Okay.
late fall. So 3 months ago, there was this fire, an industrial accident in a chemical production facility that was run by Poppy Bracco Industries. Anne gets mentioned. Desmond Arndt a handful of other people who gave quotes to the paper get mentioned. Those people are Tyrone Bond and Kenji Tanaka, as well as Sarah Higginbotham. So those three names are all there, in addition to Desmond Arndt and Ann Lee.
Oh, more names than there's been fires.
Yes.
That means there's still time to stop one, maybe.
Fabio does recognize Tyrone and Kenji's names as owning the two remaining homes that have already burned down. The one home that has not burned down of this group is the one belonging to Sarah Higginbotham. The man who died in the fire was named Laurel Mumford. He worked for Bracco Industries. He was a manufacturing systems engineer, sort of fits in with this whole team of people who you've been investigating. The article says that despite normal safety procedures being followed, a fire broke out. Laurel made sure that the rest of the people nearby got out, and that he was survived by his brother, Carrie. As you look over the next couple of days, there was a few days of reporting on this story, right? It indicates that Bracco Industries cooperated with investigations, that all the right things were done, and that an insurance settlement was paid to the brother, to Carrie.
We got to go help that lady.
Sarah, I agree. It wouldn't have been Laurel's house that burned down 20 years ago, was it?
No, that was...
Okay.
We established that as a gal named Edith.
Oh, right. Edith.
Yeah, our
That's
best
right.
friend.
We slayed her, or she slayed us. Anyway.
We slayed together.
We did. Well, I think you're right. Sarah is obviously could be a target. You can check this out, right? We can take it with us. We can borrow it.
Usually that sort of reference
Newspapers?
material is used in the library, but
Yeah.
you can photocopy it.
Sounds good. We'll make a photocopy so we just have the information.
How do you guys go find her? How will we find this lady?
Yellow pages,
Right.
which they would have a few cars over.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, you can absolutely get a phone book.
Talking through what's in my head as possibilities. One is initially that people were affected by this, and the people who are affected were changed. Maybe they have access to some power, or maybe whatever went wrong is following them, finding them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same thing that went wrong at the factory, or maybe it's some remnant of Laurel because of what was done wrong to him.
Well, Fabio, when you first opened yourself up at the house where you were exploring your gut and your feelings, the magic check, you said there was some sort of bridge that was formed, right?
Yes.
So if all of these people were at the fire but escaped, what would they still come out of there with? Probably smoke that was inhaled? Could that be... But I think your option is very likely that they're exposed to something and it's following them. I mean, or if they're trying to recreate something, but it was so dangerous. I mean, I don't want to presume that people wouldn't want to put themselves in danger if something was on the line.
I was thinking the company invented a weapon and then it went awry and then they were using it later.
All of them individually in their own homes?
To get the people
To
who
giving
left.
people powers. I don't know. There's a few different avenues. I think it'll be interesting to hear what Sarah's memory of the event was.
Yeah. Okay, well let's go see if we can find a number for her.
Yeah, Higginbotham, not a super common name. She is the only Sarah Higginbotham in the Foxglove phone book.
Great.
Feels like an in-person meeting, if we can arrange one, maybe.
That's what I was thinking too.
A thing that always weirded me out about the white pages is it often had people's address
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
I will say it is getting to be later on. The sun is, it's November in the Pacific Northwest. The sun went down at 4 o'clock. The sun has been the sun has been down for probably 2 or 3 hours at this point. It's getting on to dinner time.
Maybe we go to the fire site and meet with her tomorrow morning. See if we can get any context to use then.
No, she could die tonight.
In the night? Yeah, it's true. Had the fires all happened at night?
Oh.
The fires did not all happen at night. The fires did all happen when it was raining. It is not raining.
What's the weather
presently.
forecast, though?
It's, spotty rain.
It's always gonna.
It's
It always
autumn in
might
the
rain.
Pacific
It always
Northwest.
might
It's
rain.
always probably
Okay.
about to rain.
Then yeah, you're right. You're right, Fabio.
We should call her at least, and try to get there right now.
Yeah, even if it is late, I think this is of a certain importance. We should just go anyway.
Yeah.
Or is that a GM steering?
No,
No.
not at all.
I think I don't really care that it's late. I think we should go.
You drive across town. So you hop off of the next library train stop, find your way back to... Actually, I guess that sort of leaves Mars Porsche somewhere. You're probably closer to the...
Yeah.
You're probably closer to the gardening truck
That
at this
would
point.
be less like a softer around the edges approach. I think we should take that. As long as it's locked, it's fine.
So if we're being followed too, also
Better idea.
It seats people.
Great. Taking the truck.
Hop into the truck, drive from left town where Aubrey lives over into the pocket where Sarah Higginbotham lives. When you arrive at her home, there are no lights on inside of the house.
Can we go up and knock? Just in case?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll go up and knock.
You knock on the door. There is no response.
I put my ear against it to see if there's any motion or noise from inside.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. It's going just against 1.
Yes, 2 successes.
You know how sometimes you look at a house and you just know that it's empty? Mm-hmm. That's the sense that you're getting. There is not a sound inside. There's no motion there. It just seems like nobody's home right now.
Stake out, stake out, stake.
Sure.
Or what are you guys thinking?
I was gonna write a note and put it on the door.
I
Be
was gonna suggest we break in.
Watch out for fires.
Aubrey, give me another perception check. This is going to cash in all of those advantages from the other houses.
I don't know how many that is.
I think it was either 5 or 6.
I feel like this is gonna be our only chance to see one of these houses before it burns down.
Okay.
And whatever's in it.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
This is going against... I think I've been having you roll against 3.
Okay.
But I think you get... I don't know how many you have, but you get 6. Because I also don't remember precisely.
I'll spend a thing to upgrade it, just because it would be such a bummer if this failed again.
You have 3 story points on your side, so you can do that or pick. Up to you.
Is it enough?
This is 6 blues, 2
Those
yellows.
blues are fickle.
What are we rolling for?
This is Aubrey noticing a pattern that she's been trying to track down for a while. No?
It is 7 advantages.
Can we use our go again?
I told you. That's how it
Incredible.
happens.
Okay, so the count is now 7 blue dice for your next attempt at this if you go to another one of the sites. Again, the human mind is great at noticing patterns eventually.
Is there anything I can do in this moment to try to... I know that the dice have already been cast, but to open my mind up to knowing that there is potential psychic danger here, that there is some sort of rift to add or push anyway to add to this,
Yeah,
knowing that there is danger.
You can make a magic vibes check
Okay.
if you would like.
Okay.
That, roll it against 2.
Okay. She finally did something. 2 advantages and 3 successes. See, just asking the universe, just being like, I don't know what's going on, magic. Carry me somewhere.
So Aubrey earlier was putting her hand on her axe in order to feel this magic. You put your hand on your axe. You walk the perimeter of the home, and it stays completely cool. That is the clearest indication that you think that you can have right now, that there is no active connection to this spot.
Okay.
Were there any advantages or other things?
Yeah, I had, I think, 2 or 3 advantages.
Mm-hmm. You know what? You did a lap around the house.
Uh-huh.
There's 3 advantages. I want to see one more roll on the noticing the thing as you're sort of changing your position around the house. So 7 blue dice, same roll otherwise.
This is very kind of you.
Hey, you got advantages.
Other people also probably have much better perception than me, and I can give them more blue dice. I know that this is now my thing, but
no, this is specifically a thing that Aubrey has been chasing. So this is non-transferable. Okay, the blue dice added a total of 1 success.
What?
And a billion advantages. Those purple dice are just coming in aggressively.
They have a double failure, and it, yeah.
Yep. Count up the advantages. That's your rolling forward number here.
It's back to 6.
Back to 6. Well, that's a reasonable number of blue dice to roll all at once. All signs point to this house being empty, to there being no active magical connection here.
Mm-hmm. Aubrey's really frustrated. She's like, I think the whole day she's felt like she can't do anything useful. She can't help Van. She doesn't have enough power to do that. She can't figure out what's going on here. She doesn't have enough observational stillness of mind, even though she was preaching to Fabio about it earlier.
Are we just doing that like feeling thing?
About to share a theory and then just kind of just goes and sits on the stoop.
I want to feel. Is this a time to feel? Is this what we're doing? Is it the magic time?
It's always time to feel.
Always time to feel.
Yeah. Is that it? Okay.
I think it is. Okay. It's such a good
It's always time
line.
to feel.
I don't know. And it so exemplifies Mara's deal, I feel like.
True. When you try to hide what's inside, you'll never get what you want, but maybe what you need. When you try to deny a moment where you need to cry, you know you only hurt yourself. It's always time to feel. Remind yourself that you're real. It's always time to feel.
Always time to feel.
It's always time to heal. Don't keep it in.
I used to be better at things, wielding power with ease. But now it's hard to summon, and I'm begging it, please, but it's so far away. I used to just not look in that way, but now it's too close and it's not how I remember. Why can't I remember?
It's always time to feel.
Why don't it feel like it used to?
Yourself that you're real.
Why can't I do what I'm supposed to?
It's always time to heal.
think life was simple. All you do is chase what you want. Have a mission, cut everything else out. But I've been standing upon a wall. Stupid, thinking I knew this life's score. Everyone's fighting battles. Everyone takes. When you take, it breaks. Taking from others. You take from yourself.
It's always time.
Why don't it feel like it should? Not worthy of even just chopping down wood.
Well, I think we could use the scenery change, yeah?
I was thinking I would try the feeling thing first.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I
of
want to
course.
try the feeling thing. Let's see. I'm still using primal.
It is going to go against 2 purple.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay. I got 3 triangles, which are successes.
No, they're advantages.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, triangles are advantages, and then the suns are
They're angled for advantage. A.
okay.
And suns are successes.
Suns for
Oh,
success.
it's an alliteration.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know the classic saying.
And then the targets are the failures. That's not even a
The
thing.
X's are the failures.
Dang it.
I know. I the first session we played, I was like, circles cancel out circles,
It would be logical, but it's not.
and stabby
what's
things cancel out
true.
stabby things, but they don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you think about it, the targets are just triangles, but bad.
Okay, so I had
Sort of.
I had a 0 for the success failures, but I have 2 advantages.
All right. You throw your head and your arm back. I'm going to say the advantages are that you look really cool doing this,
Nice.
but there is no magic to feel here.
I don't know what I'm trying to feel.
It seems like maybe there's not something that's called here by a magic that exists, but maybe the there's not runes on the floor. The portal's not open yet. There's no even portal for things to come through. There's not a lightning rod or anything.
There were a lot of advantages between both of you feeling that magic. So I'm going to remind the player something that your characters learned today and you learned like a while back. The sense that this bridge had come untethered felt like something that decayed in time, which means that the bridge existed in relation to time. It's equally possible that a bridge simply has not been established here yet.
That's what I was.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was
Okay,
trying
great,
to
great,
say
great,
in a
great.
worse metaphor, but I like yours. Okay.
We're
Tight.
we're
Great.
clued in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, I'm wondering if that's our consensus. Should we maybe take a night and tend to ourselves and regroup in the morning?
Or do we break in?
I don't know if that's the best choice, but I have been on the cautious side of things today, so I might default to Aubrey on that one.
How much does it look like it's going to rain tonight?
It's 20%. Like, it's cloudy. The clouds are breaking up over the afternoon, so it doesn't feel like it's definitely going to rain tonight. But it's the northwest in the autumn, so it's always a possibility.
Let's do a stakeout, and if it starts to rain, we break in.
Okay.
You started staking out around 7:30, 8 o'clock, somewhere in that range. It's 11. Most of the houses on this street have gone dark as people are going to bed. Nobody has come or gone from here at all.
If we take shifts, I will stay here forever.
I mean, I could be overstepping and just let me know, but I'm wondering if we attack this with some rest and some space, if it might be a better option. And I think we all have maybe ways that we can investigate this individually. I don't know. I'm just wondering if it would be good to kind of like take a moment for each of us to regroup and then come back the next morning. But if you feel like something's imminent, then please disregard.
I feel okay about leaving a note on the door and saying just don't come in, it might be on fire.
We could leave a business card.
Yeah, I don't trust my instincts a lot right now, so I'm gonna defer to you.
Fabio, I'm going to trust that you know what would be best for you and your goals and needs in this moment. If you want to stay here tonight, I will not stop you. Just find somewhere safe, don't stay outside. Maybe we could work it out that you could stay in the truck and we could hop on the train, get back to the Porsche, drive back.
I don't think anyone should be alone. You guys just got attacked by 2 guys in suits.
That's true. And there's plenty more where those 2 came from. I'm just wondering if we have enough information to move kind of into the belly of the beast with this one, or if we think we need to gather anything else.
As you're having this conversation, it begins to rain lightly.
Oh!
Okay, stakeout's over. I go up to the door.
We have all 4 story dice.
I think I don't take my own axe out, but do you have a lockpick? I was just gonna
I have
use...
my bobby pin.
I have one of the guys, I think I took the axes that end up in like the tree and the drainage thing. I'll hand one to
I have thieving
Fabio.
equipment.
Okay, maybe you should do this then. I was just gonna, I don't know what I was gonna do. You should do it.
So if you want to break in a way that might not be detected in the future, skullduggery. Otherwise, boy, there are a lot of windows on houses.
She's not home. I wonder if she knows.
This is the first time I think I've broken a law.
So this is...
You're a pirate.
But like in my life, It's like different, like in the...
Do you separate them?
In the
We can talk
books.
about that later.
It's like super different.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Well, this is for the greater good, right? When something's important, the scale doesn't matter? Isn't
I
that what you were
didn't
saying?
live in a modern police state,
Hopefully we don't either yet.
No, you totally do.
Oh, damn.
The consequence of the crowd not being on your side at the end of that was going to be police showing up pretty quickly. So
No,
this
we
is
took care of that.
this is going to go against 2 purple. You can give yourself a blue die because you have, honestly, a fair amount of time to work at this because there's not a lot of people out and about observing you.
Also, I do want to acknowledge that we're trying to break into a building that we think is going to catch on fire.
That's true.
So, let's stay really close to doors and have something to put around your mouth and nose in case there's smoke.
I have 1 success and 4 advantages.
The door pops open. The light from the streetlights spills in, and in the entryway here, you can see that there is a bag that looks like it was packed full of food and left behind. You would interpret as someone was leaving in a hurry.
Can I do the flashback thing you're telling me about? And thank goodness there was a fire extinguisher that was put in the back of the gardening truck.
Sure.
I do keep one of those.
You do?
Yeah, absolutely. You can have a fire extinguisher with you for sure.
Fantastic. I'm going to bring that in with me.
As you go and look throughout the house, the first thing that is very obvious, no one is here, right? Place is empty. When you enter the bedroom, which is not far from the entrance, you can see that drawers are still open. Someone packed and left in a hurry. For anything more than that, I'm going to ask you all what you're doing, and then we can roll about it.
Well, the last fires, it struck in a certain electrical spot, right? That then lit the whole thing up.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Is there a breaker or something like that would attract maybe something like that we could find and pinpoint?
What the fire investigator believed was that the lightning struck the place where the power line entered the home. So that is trivial to identify where that is.
Okay.
But we don't think it's really that, do we? Or do we?
That's true. Can I look around? It's like a home office.
There is.
Okay, can I look around maybe at some papers and see if I see any documents that are marked legal, confidential?
A diary about
Rocco?
fire diary
Yeah. Or just...
from accident.
Yeah, or medical bills from if she had to go to the hospital after being in the fire.
Sure. You don't find any medical bills.
Okay.
You do find a number of legal documents from a proceeding. You find an NDA that is dense with legalese. Like, this is a multi-page NDA that is very specific about what is not to be mentioned. And the project that was being worked on, the accident itself, how Bracco Industries handled the death and the settlement afterwards, all of those things are to be kept quiet.
Okay.
In order to preserve the reputation of Bracco Industries.
I roll. Okay. What is it?
Sorry, I was waiting for any other responses you had to that before I tell you more information.
Yeah, do we want to know it? We do.
Yeah.
Of course we do.
As you dig through her papers, looking further back than that, it looks like Sarah brought some work home with her.
Yeah.
And you see papers about a project called Project Sequoia, where as you flip through these, it takes you half an hour or so to put all of this together. But the goal of Project Sequoia is to create a commercially available lumber product that will not burn.
Whoa.
The project failed spectacularly and was canceled.
Pass this along to Aubrey. How do you think, would this have been a scientific thing that they were able to get it to not burn? And where are they sourcing the wood?
There's information on all of those things in the documents that you now have, yes.
Okay.
The team that was assembled it's the people who you've been hearing about, right?
Yep.
It's the chemical engineers, the mechanical engineers. Tyrone was a physicist specializing in fluid dynamics. Kenji was also a physicist specifically focused in high energy physics. Sarah was an ecologist whose PhD was in fire management.
Is the house made out of this material?
No, that material never made it to market.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
Aubrey's first response is just, how are they supposed to stay warm in the winter?
Oh, goodness.
Fabio wants to look. I'm going to look outside. Since we're inside the house, I'm going to, make sure no one's, watching us inside the house or,
Good call.
aiming a big spooky ray gun at the house.
Yeah. Smart.
Looking for anyone who might be about to do something bad to the house during the rain under cover of rain.
By the time you make it back outside, the rain has let up. You look around. You don't see anyone observing the house. You feel fairly confident that there's no one there.
In that case, I wonder if we exit? What do you think, Aubrey? If it's not raining, do you want to look around for anything else here? Another part of the bridge?
There's not one here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that seems particularly worth investigating?
You look around the rest of the house.
Oh,
Go on.
can we pop in the fridge, look at some expiration dates? How recent was
cool.
somebody
Smart.
here?
Great idea. The opened milk that is still in the fridge has an expiration date in the future.
Yeah, somebody was just here and she just left.
Maybe a warning. Or I wonder if the fire's mad at them.
Oh.
That's what I kind of wonder. If I were fire,
It's not going to happen here. It's going to happen wherever she is.
I'd be mad.
I think we need to find this. Fabio, I think you've been right this entire time. We need to find her. Wherever she is.
Okay, we can look for stuff
Any
about where
clues
she
around
went.
the house
Or
about where
wait,
she went?
well, Desmond wasn't home when it happened to his house, right?
Desmond
No,
was
they
not
weren't all home.
Yeah. Okay, but it happened to their homes.
Happened to their homes.
Okay. Is there a fireplace?
There is not a fireplace in this.
Okay.
I want to look for evidence of where she went.
Oh yeah, plane tickets?
Sure. You look around. You do not find any evidence of where she went.
Okay.
Sorry, there's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking through her process of packing up, there's no sign.
Okay, we had a phone number, right?
That's to hear, though.
Right. Ugh, okay. Well then, I'm wondering if we need to find Tyrone or some of the other...
Tyrone or Kenji.
Kenji.
Yeah.
Some of her
We could ask a
associates.
neighbor if they know where
Maybe.
she went.
It's midnight?
Not right now.
It's midnight.
Oh yeah, okay, not right now. Yeah.
It
yeah.
seems like she, based on the pace of all this, I don't think she told anyone.
Yeah.
I bet one of them warned her and maybe she's staying with them.
Yeah, because
I think one of them warned her.
One of the other people whose houses got burned.
Yeah.
team, I think we call it an evening, sleep for a couple hours, and come back and look into getting in contact with either Tyrone or Kenji, or both. Whoever might seem more willing to work with us.
Okay.
As you leave this house, what are you doing next?
If we could head back to where my car is, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then-
don't feel like I should go home. I do not want to endanger my family.
Then Fabio, you can hang with me. Let's go grab a drink. My girl who is a friend. She's like gauging Fabio's like. She's working a shift at a bartender, not too far from here, and we can just go hang out there if that would be better for you.
I was thinking of a place to fall asleep.
Oh.
I was going to suggest that we all get the hotel or something so that we are in close proximity to protect each other.
Okay. Well, it's not that far from our office either. Do you want to just crash on the couch there? I'll be there for like an hour and I'll come back.
I don't think we should split up. Unless you know they only attack once a lot.
Well, truthfully, I'm going to default to what Aubrey would like to do with her evening because I think they were only interested in her. And if she would like our protection and our company, we will gladly provide that. But if you want to look into this yourself, I'm cool with that too.
That's very kind. I think I'm okay for now.
I'm going to follow you for the rest of the day.
Please don't.
Fabio, you've worked so hard today. Let me buy you a drink. We're going. And I just kind of strong arm him and I'm like, this is really fun. You're going to come with me. And we just go. And I'm starting to talk about, my favorite books that he was in and all this sort of stuff just to fluff and just get him so Aubrey could do her thing.
For sure.
Yep.
I'm gonna head to one of the other houses at like 1 a.m. I don't care. I'm just trying looking for anything.
Yeah.
I need a conclusion to jump to.
Yes. So you head to Tyrone's house. He lives in Greencliff. Like all the other houses, it is to the foundation burned down. Mm-hmm. As you walk around the ashes of his home, looking around, trying to connect this pattern that's been plaguing you all day, go ahead and give me another perception roll. So you have 6 blue dice coming in from your last roll.
I'll spend a ton of story points.
The fact that it's night is going to give you 1 more blue dice as well.
Okay.
So you're rolling with 7 blue.
Okay. Can I use my ability to take another story point, spend 4 story points on it?
Sure.
It feels like overkill, but I'm like, what do I do?
The GM has been holding up a giant "there's a clue here" sign for a minute, but the dice are not cooperating, and the GM is stubborn.
If I could roll it, I could find it. I'll spend 3 story points and hold on to 1 for us.
Great. So if you run out of green dice to upgrade, you start adding more green dice. Giant handful of blue dice.
Yeah, I'll roll them near the microphone. Okay, on the blue dice, we have a total of 2 successes and 5 advantages. So that's a start.
Okay.
I'm rolling 4 yellow dice and 1 green die. And please let them do something. Oh, baby! Okay, wait. 2 triumphs!
Yes! Thank God!
If you fail for long enough, the GM will take pity on you in the pouring rain at 2 a.m. into the shell of a burnt-out house.
Have we rolled the purple yet?
Yes.
Oh, we have!
Okay, so the final tally is...
It was just disadvantages on the purple dice. So it's 5 successes, 2 of them triumphs. And 4
triumphs.
additional advantages.
Okay.
Come on.
So you said 2 a.m. in the rain. The rain has picked back up. I know what one of the triumphs is. So you start thinking about what the other one might be.
Start telling me what the deal
Yeah,
is.
no, totally.
Oh, boy.
As you look around, you see Foxglove is a hilly city. Foxglove is sort of defined by its hills and its water. Because it's hilly, there's lots of places that have broad, expansive views, and so seeing something across town is sort of normal. As you're walking around, you see lit up on the peak of Hagland Hill 3 radio towers. And as you flash back through the day, those 3 radio towers were visible from every single location that burned. And as you're looking at them, one of the triumphs is that as the lights on the towers blink and you watch them, you see one of them stays unilluminated for one of its blink cycles, as if someone had just climbed past it on a ladder.
From all the way up there? All the way up there. And they're climbing right now?
Yes.
That's some Tesla stuff right there. It's a Tesla coil, maybe.
How far away is it?
On empty streets at 2 a.m., 5 minutes max.
My friends are further away, though. They're in the opposite direction.
Or are we closer to the other house?
You went to a bar.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
There's not a great way to get a hold of you unless you told her
That's
where.
true.
I rush out of the charred remains of the building and, still sort of covered in soot and grime, hop back into the front of my car. I'm gonna have to drive a little bit faster than I normally do, which is the speed limit. I have one hand tight on the wheel and the other hand tight on the handle of my axe.
Finally able to scratch the itch of curiosity, Aubrey drives into the night and into danger. What awaits her on the radio tower? Find out next time on RPG Major. Fabio is played by special guest Phil Guerin. Learn improv from Phil in the comfort of your own home by searching for Improv from Zero on Udemy, or find his book, The Very Practical Improv Survival Guide, on Kindle. Mara Vertere is played by Lauren Drake, who performs with musical improv team We Have Some Notes and in scripted theater around Seattle. Find her on socials at La La Drake. Aubrey Stump is played by Camilla Franklin. If you're in Seattle, look for a festival of improvised music she's producing called Lollygag, January 24th and 25th, 2025. Camilla also creates all the art and visual design for the show. Find her on Instagram at Camillastrator. All music for this arc of RPG Major was created live in the room by our incredible accompanist, Noah Samuels. Find him on Instagram at Samuels_Noah. And I'm Helix. I perform with musical improv team We Have Some Notes and Jet City Improv. If you want to chat, you can find me and the rest of the cast in our Discord, and find the show on social media at RPG Major. And if you would do us a huge favor, tell somebody else about this show. It helps us a ton. All right, we'll see you next time.
Oh, how does my mom stay so fresh and stunning at her
Your mom's thousands of
age
years old.
Yeah, that's
Static noise.
Well, she's here to tell you. That's funny. Okay, cool. Love it.
Go for it.
On this? Okay.
Oh, that worked.
That was, I like that.
It's so funny. That's such a funny vibe.
Hey guys, it's me, Mara. And a lot of you have been asking, how does my mom's skin look so great after thousand years? Well, she's here to tell you the skincare and her morning routine, if you're all ears.
4:30 a.m. What's her voice? Hold on, I need to find her.
Oh, her
She's a little here.
yeah.
My dear daughter mine.
That's her, yeah. There she is. Hey, girl.
4:30 a.m. Rise before the sun. Spend an hour in quiet contemplation. That's how I stay 3 steps ahead. That's how I get into my enemy's head. It's a routine and it works for me.
Stay ahead of your enemy.
A routine and it works for me. When the sun comes up, oh, I greet the dawn with $200 worth of makeup products on. You gotta look your best if you want to strike fear into the hearts of every lesser mortal that draws near. It's my routine and it works for me. It's my routine and it works. Who works for me? Read the glove box and the Financial Times. Keep track of all my business lines. They turn a profit consistently. Who's on top of the pile? Take a look, you'll see that it's me. It's my routine, and it works for me. My routine, and it works for me. Finish it off with the 5-mile swim. You know it goes by in a flash. Splash. Feel the water covering my skin.
Covers her skin.
Come up, dry off and ready to face the world.
She's gonna
Step 1,
It's my
stay ahead of your enemies.
and it
2,
works for
look your
me.
best. 3,
It's my
read the
routine,
glove box.
and it works
4,
for me.
financial literacy.
It's my routine, and it
5,
works
go
for
on a
me.
really, really long swim.
It's my routine. Don't interrupt me.
Not sponsored. Come on, Mom. Of course she takes a swim. She's got us.
She got it.
That's a long swim.
No.
5 unbelievable tips from this lady. You'll never believe number
You
4.
won't believe. Yeah, it's clickbait.
Maybe it's not as long for her. Maybe she's got techniques. I don't know.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes by in 15 minutes.
Yeah, the whole time I was like, I'm going to remember all of these.
Yeah, she described it as a very casual activity.
Yeah.
It's like walking to the cafe.
Well, the pool is a
For a
mile long,
cappuccino.
so she just does a couple laps.
So it's one of those treadmill pools. You know, it just has like a
Yes.
current in it.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
The upstairs one is the treadmill pool. Ooh.
Nice.
Dang, that was good, yo. I'm so curious. I want to keep going.
I hope I was not too prescriptive
No.
as GM.
No, not at
on any
all.
of these
I
things.
was, yeah, I appreciate the sort of like, you know, you can chat if you want and do character stuff, but this will be the next thing.
It's. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah,
need
just
to be
a
that way.
little- it's like
mostly,
signposting.
it's like, yeah.
It's just
I
signposting. It's
don't-
like
I
things
don't
are in
have a
this
lot for
direction,
you
things
over
are in
at
this
the-
direction. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
useful. That's actionable and good.
That's great.
Cool.